Hey there, folks. A meteorologist, Matt Barrentine. Now, very strange situation going on out in the Atlantic. Two named storms, Imelda and Humberto. Humberto, a major hurricane. Imelda growing in strength as it makes its way through the Bahamas. So here, looking at your screen, Imelda is the one on the left closer into the U.S. Humberto is the one farther out in the Atlantic. And these are going to have some interactions in the coming days because they are so close together. Now, the good news is, the stronger storm Humberto, the one further out in the ocean, that's the one that's going to eventually sort of pick up Imelda and take it out to sea. So I get asked this question a lot by kids, and I do classroom visits. They always ask me, they always ask me this question. And here it is, for the first time I actually get to show it because it's very rare. If there's two storms in the tropics, can they combine to create one superstorm? Nope, because they interfere so much with each other, they actually weaken each other when they get too close. But usually what ends up happening is the stronger storm wins, the smaller storm will eventually get sort of absorbed into the larger storm. And that may take a couple of days, and the larger storm could completely weaken, or it could start to regrow again after some point. What we're looking at here is Humberto, the stronger storm out in the Atlantic. Eventually, it's picking up Imelda, and Imelda will sort of follow along behind it. So it's going to be a very weird situation. But the great news is moving away from the U.S. So that is the good news. Now, Bermuda's going to have to keep an eye on it. Bermuda might get hit by two separate storms. But everywhere else will be fine. The U.S. will be fine. Doesn't look like this is headed anywhere close to it's close to the U.S. now, but it's going to be taking a hard right turn following Humberto here in the coming days. So what a strange situation we have out there in the tropics. And look at what's happening to Imelda this morning. It actually looks like it's beginning to really come together. So boy, what a close call for the east coast of the U.S. to be watching that right now. But once again, we fully anticipate that it will make a hard right turn and head out to sea. Meanwhile, there's going to be a lot of rain over there on the east coast, but for us, we are on the dry side of things. And we're going to stay dry, and we're going to stay pretty toasty, at least for today and tomorrow. We are going to see our temperatures gradually moderating as the week goes along. Moderating, not taking a big dive, but moderating. Here's what else these two storms are doing. Look at this. All that humid, of course, tropical air on one side, then drier air being dragged down on the other side, right down the peninsula of Florida. So that'll also be giving us some nice weather in the coming days, but once again, dry weather, which we don't really need. We need some rain, but we're not going to see any, probably not during the work week, probably not going to see any real rain. So the futurecast stays quiet throughout the day, just a few clouds popping up in the afternoon. Your day planner will start up here in Saraland, Satsuma, near 90. A lot of sunshine, a nice day, but a hot day for us here up in Saraland and Satsuma. Let's head on down to the beaches of Baldwin County, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, looking at upper 80s. Once again, lots of sunshine. Really nice beach conditions for today. Same deal, head over towards Panhandle. Here's Okaloosa County around Fort Walton and Destin, upper 80s, a lot of sunshine. Very nice day to head to the beach. Once again, low rip current risk and really nice conditions overall. So we're looking good this week. Temperatures will be in the low 90s next couple of days, but you'll notice the temperatures will gradually work their way on down into the mid 80s by the end of the week. So it's kind of getting back to quote unquote normal towards the end of the week. And we'll hopefully get a few showers by the weekend. They're not big rain chances, so we're pretty dry. You know, we had that good rain last Thursday that helped us, but I mentioned it probably is only going to put a pause in the drought, not fully wipe it away. And this is why it's not fully wiping it away, because we're not getting consistent rain. Yeah, we'll have a few showers. You might get an isolated shower here and there this week, but for the most part, it's going to be a dry week here up ahead. Temperatures, like I said, they do moderate towards the end of the week, going into the weekend. So that's good to see. It's not some big fall outbreak. We're not getting a lot of times what will happen is you'll get that, it might be about 90 degrees and you get that big fall front, then it automatically just, we get all that heat wiped away and we drop to 78 degrees that next day. That's not happening this time around. We're just sort of gradually moderating our temperatures here over time. I'll take it any way we can get it though. Give me the mid 80s over the low 90s. I'm ready for it. And that looks to be the case for this upcoming weekend. Have yourself a great day. We'll catch up with you soon.